fight. Father has spoken.
Welcome, new Cougars. So we're going to be showing you one of our spirit chants today. Does anyone want to volunteer and come help us do it? Come on. Come on. Anyone else? Come on. Woo. One more person want to come up with us? One more? We're really nice, I promise. Come on. Woo! All right, let's just wait for all the folks to come down here. Was there one more person that was going to come down here? Yeah? That's totally fine. So if you both can come to the middle with me, I'm going to teach you all the chant. Ready? So if I can actually have everyone stand up for this. All right? All right. So this is how it goes, okay? So you're going to do C-C-C-O-U and then clap. I can't clap that below right now. G-G-A-R-S. C-O-U. G-R-S. Let's go, Cougars. All right? So my friend Michael, and what's your name? Annabelle are going to be starting us off, so if I can have you two close. So y'all know how to start now? Yeah. Yeah? Y'all can do it. I believe you can. So come closer so we can hear you in the mic. Ready? 1, 2, 3. C-C-C-O-U. G-G-A-R-S. C-O-U. G-R-S. Let's go, Cougars! Woo! Wow, y'all did a great job. Go ahead and go sit down. Y'all are good. Oh, wait, Annabelle. We got you a little prize. Woo, Froyo coupons. Look at that. Should have volunteered.
Thank you, orientation team. Thank you. Welcome, students. Welcome. My name is Eric Crawford. I will be your MC for today. And just a little bit about myself. I am a fourth year studying communications. I've lived on campus. I've lived off campus. I had on-campus jobs, off-campus jobs. I am part of Greek life here on campus and orientation team as well. And we just have a lot of information, very fun day. I hope you all are excited. Don't be nervous. But I just wanted to say welcome. And as we get started, I want to welcome up Savannah Dudar. She is the ASI president. Can you all help me in welcoming her?
Good morning. How y'all doing today? Oh, that was a little weak. We're going to try one more time. How y'all doing today? Okay, that's what I like to hear. So let me be among the first to congratulate you on your decision to enroll into California State University, San Marcos. My name is Savannah Dudar, and I'm the president and CEO of Associated Students Incorporated, also known as ASI, on your campus this upcoming year. On behalf of ASI and our over 17,000 student members, welcome to CSUSM. Today we'll be talking a little bit more about ASI and what exactly our organization does for this campus. ASI is the official student governing body of this university, representing and advocating for all CSUSM students across the board. Whether it be through different programs or different events, we encourage student opportunities and student voice in major decisions led on our campus. Our mission is to serve, engage, and empower all students here at CSUSM. We offer a wide range of different leadership opportunities, programs, and events to service all students. Just to give you a little bit more information, my role, for example, is to service all students and make sure the student voice is heard, whether that be at the local, state, or federal level. I hope you join me and your fellow Cougars in different Cougar traditions, such as wearing Cougar blue or Cougar gear every Thursday, or by not stepping on the seal located in Founders Plaza until after you graduate. Feel free to come visit me or any of the other 16 members of the Board of Directors over at our office located in the University Student Union 3700, or visit our website at csusm.edu/ASI. If I could leave you with one little tip of advice, it's to get involved on your campus, because I'll tell you it will transform your experience here as a Cougar. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, and go Cougars! And it is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Gilmore, the Associate Vice President of your campus.
Good morning. My name is Jeff Gilmore, and I am the Associate Vice President for Student Academic Support Services here at CSUSM. And on behalf of the university and the administration, I too would like to welcome you to CSUSM. One thing that I would like to acknowledge here is that this is your first year here in college, and just as it is the case in every single day that you wake up, this is the beginning of your future. So whatever it is that you have in store for yourself, this is your opportunity to explore, this is your opportunity to learn, and this is your opportunity to create that future for yourself. I would like to also acknowledge that many of you will be living here on campus. I know that many of you will be living here on campus, and at the same time, I also know that many of you will be commuting from home. Whatever the case is for you personally, just as President Dudar just said, I would like to encourage you to get involved. Get involved in this campus. There are many opportunities for you to do so, and getting involved in this campus is going to be a part of that exploration for you. Another thing, before we go on any further, let me get by a show of hands. How many of you are going to be coming from right here in North County? Just by a show of hands. Okay, and then how many of you are going to be coming from somewhere else in San Diego? All right, and then how many of you are going to be coming from Riverside County? All right, and then how about Orange County? And how about out of the state? And how about anywhere else in the entire world? Okay. Now what you see here is you see all around you people coming from different places, meaning that people are going to be bringing different different backgrounds to the table and different perspectives to the table, and this is all going to play a role in your learning. As you all join this learning community here at Cal State San Marcos, share your perspectives and take that, culminate all of that to grow and to become that person that you are going to be that positive world changer, to be the one who is going to make an impact not only on this community, but also in this nation and also in the world. One other thing that I would like to, highlight here is that here at Cal State San Marcos, there are, in relation to other universities, one thing you will find is smaller class sizes, meaning that you will get more attention from your faculty members and have the opportunity to engage with your faculty members a lot more than you might elsewhere. If you take a look at this room right here, this classroom right here is actually the biggest classroom on this campus. On average, what you will find is something more along the lines of what you may have seen in the institution that you've come from. And that also gives you the opportunity to get involved in other academic endeavors, such as getting involved in research, such as getting an internship, a campus job here on campus, here at the university, joining a student organization, and also engaging in any sporting events that you might want to, engage in. There are going to be a plethora of events on campus, and one other thing that I would like to say, as far as all of this is concerned, as you get involved, as you engage in this campus, one piece of advice that I would like to give you is this. Understand that here in school, this is your opportunity. Whatever it is that you're bringing to the table, wherever it is that you're coming from, this is your opportunity to learn. This is your opportunity to take those, to go into places that you haven't explored yet, to find things that you have no idea about, and add that to your knowledge base, add that to your experience, and to add that to your portfolio. And that is going to be the thing that when you go into the classroom and you find that things might be getting a little difficult, one thing that I would really encourage you to do is to push yourself, and know that when you do push yourself, we are all here to support you. We have learning centers here on campus that provide free tutoring. We have all kinds of other student centers here on campus for you to engage with students who may have gone through the classes that you have gone through. Also with your faculty, take advantage of office hours. Go and speak with your faculty one-on-one about the things that they're teaching you in the classroom, and take that opportunity, as I said, to learn and to grow and to be those world changers. Once again, welcome to CSUSM, and welcome to your freshman year. We are very, very proud to have you here with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Gilmore. So now I would like to call up all our orientation team members that will be your small group leaders for today. So if you look at your name badge that you received at check-in, they will have a small group name on the front. And as my orientation team members are coming down here, they will introduce themselves, and they will also mention their small group names along with that.
Okay, hello everybody. My name is Nicole, and I'm a fourth year here on campus. I'm a psychology major. I have a job here on campus, and if your name tag says Campus Coffee, you're with me today.
How's it going? My name is Daniel. I'm also a psychology major. I'm a fourth year here on campus. Fun fact, I lived on campus for my first 2 years, and my small group is WOW, W-O-W. So if you have that name tag, then come find me.
Hello everyone, my name is Brianna. I'm a business major with an emphasis in finance. Let's see, a fun fact about me is the math lab saved my life with calculus, FYI. And my small group name is Residential Life.
Oh gosh. Hi, my name is Karen. I'm a third year here on campus. I'm a kinesiology major. I used to live on campus. If your small group name is athletics, you'll be with me.
Karen. Stop, Karen.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Aaliyah. I am a third year here on campus, liberal studies major. Fun fact about me is that I commute from the Temecula area. And if you have USU Amphitheater on your name tag, you'll be with me today.
Woo! Hello again. It's me, Kelsey. So if you all can take a quick little gander at your name tags. Anybody who has fraternity and sorority life? Yes, thank you. Woo! Yes, say it. Be proud. That's my small group today. I'm a fourth year and graduating in the spring. I'm a child and adolescent development major, and I'm a part of Greek life. So see you all later.
All right, hi everyone. My name is Jeannie. I'm a biological science major. I'm going into my 3rd year. And if you have Associate Students Inc., you're with me. Woo! No? No, you're not? Okay.
Hi everyone, my name is Mane and I'm a 2nd year computer science major here at CSUSM. I've been commuting to campus from San Diego since my freshman year and my small group name is Chavez Circle, so you're going to be with me.
Hi everyone, my name is Kenny. I'm a 3rd year business marketing major. A fun fact is my favorite place on campus is the University Student Union, also known as the USU. And if your name tag says involvement, you're with me today.
Hi everyone, my name is Kayla. I'm a 4th year on campus. I'm a criminology and justice studies major with a minor in sociology. Crim majors, where are you at? Yeah! And if your name tag says leadership, you're with me today. Yeah! And also, fun fact, I'm involved in Greek life here on campus.
Hi guys, you all. My name is Destiny. My major is psychology. I'm going into my 2nd year here on campus. A fun fact is I lived on campus for a year and I will be working on campus next semester. And if your name tag says Cougar Central, you're with moi.
Hi everyone, my name is Ariel. I'm going into my 5th year here on campus, which goes into my fun fact of I've changed my major 5 times. So, but we're finishing out with sociology, so go sociology majors. And then if your name tag says Founder Seal, then you're with me. And then I'm also going to be introducing my friend Andre, who couldn't be here. And if your name tag says Commuter Lounge, you're going to be with Andre today.
Hello everyone, my name is Tweety. You can call me Tweety like Tweety Bird. Woo! I'm biochem major, math and minor. I'm going to my 4th year on campus. My small group name is gonna be Cougar Care Network. Let me see your hands. Woo! Fun fact is that I have 2 jobs on campus and I'm doing research on marine products. Woo!
Hello, everyone. My name is Laura, like Laura Croft or Laura Barr. I'm a literature writing major and a psychology minor. I'm a commuter from Marietta. Any Mariettans? Yeah? Woo! Awesome. I'm also a 1st generation student. I'm a 4th year on campus. And if you're a healthy cougar, you are with me. Woo!
All right, thank you, orientation team. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alrighty, everyone. So again, my name is Eric. If you ever need any assistance throughout the day, please find one of these helpful orientation team members in their blue polos. So now I'm going to go into a bit of an overview and just a couple reminders, a couple announcements. So feel free to take notes, feel free to take pictures of these slides. They will be helpful and you will need to know this information later on throughout the day. So parking. I just want to make sure everyone and their guests and their support systems and families have parked on the 5th or 6th floor of the parking structure. If you did not, then I recommend finding an orientation team member and help them, and they can help you direct to the parking structure, and you need to move your car. The 5th or 6th floor is not a site zone, is a no site zone, so you won't get a ticket, and you don't need a permit for the 5th or 6th floor as well. So moving on, restrooms and refreshments. So as you saw, as you came up the stairs or right out the elevator, there was refreshments right here in the middle between these 2 doors, and restrooms are right out this, my left-hand side, your right hand, straight out the double doors right here, and find an orientation team member. They can direct you on where the nearest restrooms are. If you need a single stall, gender-neutral bathroom, those will be in the University Student Union, right across from where you checked in this morning. And again, an orientation team member can help direct you. So just wanted to remind everyone this is a student-only program, and if you have a guest with you in here, then just please make sure that they are approved and that you have your lanyard. And if you need a guest and you need them with you at all times, please make sure, and they don't have their lanyard, please make sure that you find an orientation team member and we can help you from there. Orientation backpack. So did everyone get an orientation backpack and pamphlet? Yeah? Great. If you did not get one, again, orientation team member, they can help you out. So you should have received a planner, a handbook, pen, and a bunch of other supplies as well. Those are all for you. If you feel like you're missing something, we can help you find that missing piece. So cell phones. Please be respectful of all the presenters and the presentations that are going on. So we ask that you put it on silent at the least. And if you need to take a phone call, please step on outside, and just be respectful when you are getting up, and whether that be for the restroom, for refreshments, anything like that. Please be respectful of the presenters up here. So, if you do have your phones on you and you want to download this app, I highly encourage it. This is super helpful when you start attending school here, as well as between now and the first day of school. We have plenty of resources and features on this app that kind of show you how the ins and outs of Cal State San Marcos. So one thing that I find helpful is the campus map, and also the food services closing and opening times. That's very helpful, as well as all these different other features. Very informative. Please take a look. Please download. And you can also access your My CSUSM through here as well. Moving on, for our social media, if you want to follow us on our Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, feel free. And then if you ever take any pictures throughout the day, put a hashtag Cougars18, and then I believe we're streaming those hashtags in the ballroom during lunch. So, weeks of welcome. So you heard my buddy Daniel, his small group name was WOW, or W-O-W, and that's what Weeks of Welcome is. And this begins on Friday, August 24th, and goes through Saturday, September 8th. And what that is just a bunch of campus events, campus activities that go on here, and it has a bunch of free food, a bunch of resources that you can access, and then some swag as well that they give out at all these events. So please, please, please go check out Weeks of Welcome. They're a lot of fun. I highly recommend. So this is an overview of the day. If you should have received a pamphlet that has this whole list and overview. Couple things I want to highlight is the lunch and resource fair. The resource fair is paired up with lunch, and if you see on the back of your pamphlet, there should be a section where you can get stamps. And if you visit, I think it's 6 tables. If you visit 6 tables and you enter in that, then you can get entered for a giveaway. And then that's also when you will be able to reunite and meet up with your guests or family members. So launching into your journey through CSUSM, this is our theme for the summer of orientation and the orientation season. We just want to make sure that you all have a successful transition from wherever you may be coming from into Cal State San Marcos. And please, please, please take advantage of all the resources of our orientation team members and all the staff that come here, and ask them any questions, get the help that you need so that you're ready for the fall semester. ID cards. So every student needs a student ID card, and where you can get that will be in Kellogg Library on the 2nd floor. And the place that you know, if you know you're in the right place, will be the media library. And the cost of the student ID is included in your orientation fee up until the last day of September. So if you get it before the last day of September, then you are good to go, as long as you have that name badge that you're wearing right now. If you try and get your ID card after that, then it will be $5 and you'll have to pay that. All right? Any tuition and fees will be due August 22nd, and that's prior to 5 p.m. And you can pay that online or in person at the cashier's office. And now I'm going to welcome up Dr. Shannon Nolan Aranes for the Coordinator of Student Involvement.
Hi, good morning, everybody. How are you? Are you having fun yet? I know. Okay, so my name is Shannon Nolan Aranez. My fun fact is that I actually graduated from here. Business with psychology. Any business or psych majors? Yes. And I was also an EOP student, first generation student. And so it's really cool to come full circle and be here with you all. I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about getting involved and why that's important. Do I have a... Oh, you read my mind, Eric. Okay, so all of the things I'm going to be covering in this next 5-6 minutes will be also displayed at your lunchtime, the resource fair that's happening at lunch. So if anything kind of piques your interest, come see us at lunch at our table, okay? All right, so why get involved? I'm not going to read these stats to you, but essentially If you are involved in at least 1 hour a week of co-curricular activities, so stuff outside your classroom, you are more likely to have fun in college. You're more likely to say that college is the best years of your life. You are likely to have a better relationship with faculty. You are retained at a higher level. That means that you're more likely to get through your first, second, third year of college successfully, okay? And 65% of students who were involved in at least one activity were able to find a job within 6 months after graduating. Who's here to find a good job, career, right? All of us. So this is why it's important, because no employer or grad school is ever gonna ask you, I hate to say it, what did you learn in Psych 100? Right? They're gonna say, how do you lead a team? How do you navigate conflict? Tell me about a time when ... These experiences I'm listing off with you today will help you have or gain those experiences. So we're gonna talk about leadership, orgs, fraternity and sorority life, off-campus housing, and TUQUIT life as some of your options. The part that I oversee as far as campus life is our leadership programs. We have a leadership certificate. It takes you about 20, 30 hours to complete, but basically you do workshops, you're gonna write your resume, and at the end you get a certificate signed by President Haynes, the president of your campus, and an engraved medal. And then one of our projects to help you get involved in the community, we call Empower Mural Project. It stands for Mountain Shadows, Painting Our World Radiantly. And these are our friends from Mountain Shadows. They have intellectual disabilities. We go there once a week, paint murals with them, and at the end of that project, you could also get a certificate from the United Nations, because they recognize it as a project that cultivates world peace and compassion. Okay, so very exciting stuff for you to think about. I want you all to just listen to this. If you like leadership and you're thinking that you want to really grow as a leader while you're here, I want you to apply for the LEAD Retreat. It is an all-inclusive 2-day retreat up in Julian. It's only for first and second year students, and we really dive into leadership, who you are, a lot of self-reflection, team builders. We may or may not have apple pie, because Julian's famous for its pie. So it will be a wonderful experience, and it's happening in November. So you can apply now. Let us know that you're interested, and we'll be leaving Saturday, November 3rd. Okay? So just, yeah, I see some people taking their cameras out, Yahoo. I'd love to see your application, okay? It's due by October 19th. All right, student organizations. So the first 2 weeks of school will be the weeks of welcome. Wow. We will have a student org fair where all 140 of our orgs will be out tabling. Make sure you come to that org fair. We have a plethora of options, academic and honor societies, cultural groups, religious groups. If we don't have a club that you want to start, you can start one with just finding 4 other people, and you would come see myself or anyone in Student Life and Leadership to start your own club. So please check out the org fair, get involved in a club. Easy way to get involved. Lots of our O-teamers are in Greek life, fraternities and sororities. This is lifelong membership, okay? Lots of benefits as far as leadership development, community involvement, and a worldwide network that you can tap into at any point in your life. So please look into being Greek. Know that we do have a deferred enrollment process for Greeks, so you would have to get through at least 12 units, like 1 semester of work, and then be, we don't call it rushed, but you could join an organization after you've completed at least 12 semester units at Cal State, okay? So really great way to get involved, and again, they will be tabling at the Student Org Fair in September. Off-campus housing. Now, I know a lot of you are living on campus, but maybe not forever. Maybe some of you are still looking for housing. Know that in Student Life and Leadership, we have an off-campus housing database that you can look into, find places for rent, roommates, and so forth. So just know that this is a resource for you in our office as well. All right, TUQUIT Life. So these programs tend to be in the evenings and weekends, and they're really socially based. So if you want to have fun, go to parties, dances. We have Festival 78, which is like a big festival out on the football field. We have TUQUIT nights, including casino night. So these are like fun evening type programs, and they tend to be free for students as well. So check out TUQUIT Life events if you can. You heard from Savannah, your ASI president, earlier. These are some of the programs that are within her wheelhouse and the folks that serve there. And so their motto is serve, engage, empower. Some of the things that I'll talk to you about are the board of directors. So if you are interested in seeking out student government type work where you actually make decisions on the voice of the student body, you'd want to join the BOD, Board of Directors, so that you can make sure that your students and your voice are heard when these big decisions are being made about the campus. The Campus Activities Board is if you enjoy event planning and you actually want to do those programs, you could join CAB and actually put on some of those programs yourself. And then the Cougar Pantry, we're super excited about this. This is in the student union. 2 out of 5 college students have food insecurities, which means that we are hungry. We don't know where our food's coming from, right? So to address that, our campus is opening up our Cougar Pantry. We just expanded it this summer, and this is where students can get non-perishable items for free at any time. Okay, so please know that that's a resource for you. All right, the University Student Union, which you're going to be in later for lunch. It is where we have our dining concepts, a coffee shop, an activity center that has like foosball and pool tables. You'll probably see it later on your tour as well. Just great places for you to hang out, study, get free printing, just meet with your friends and hang out. Really great spaces. USU Live is a program that actually you could join as well to put on programs specifically in the union, but they have like open mic nights and stuff like that, so please check those out. Blue Crew is like your spirit chant groups, so you'll see them at all of our athletic events. Sometimes they come here with the O team and cheer us on, but it's like our spirit group. So know that you can join that, or you'll be seeing them around campus as well. All right, Campus Rec. This is just your opportunity to go do outdoor adventure stuff with the campus. So know that we have this as a resource for you. Most of the time it's also free or a small fee. Okay, and you could go kayaking or hiking. They do alternative spring breaks at the Grand Canyon, stuff like that. So Campus Rec, 15 years on campus. All right, we have club sports, so things that maybe aren't NCAA recognized, but we still compete with local campuses and stuff. We call them club sports. There's lacrosse, we have football, flag football. So these are intramural sports, team sports that we have. Bottom line, here's some of the things I couldn't get to in my time today, but they will be tabling. Just the bottom line is get involved in something, okay, something. Research shows that if you can get involved within your first 2 weeks in a place or get connected to a person, you're gonna be so much happier. You're gonna feel really more connected to the campus, like this is your campus, it really is. One of the things I needed to mention is parking, and my notes are on my phone, which is right here. They weren't able to join us today, but it's important that you know this information. They asked me to mention parking permits are now virtual, okay? So that means that it's associated with your license plate. So when you go to pay for your parking permit, make sure that you understand that piece. You're not actually gonna get a permit in exchange, okay? It's a virtual thing. Let's see. Hourly and daily permits are available through the pay station, so if you don't want to pay for the semester pass, that's okay. We have a pay-by-phone app for parking, and you'll see it like kind of displayed on signs in the parking structure, the big green signs, how to download the app and pay for your parking spaces that way. And then let's see, no overnight parking on the 6th level of parking structure or a few other places on campus. Just pay attention to those signs. I've worked here for 20 years, and they still give me parking tickets if I don't obey these laws. So please make sure that you understand to always be driving the car that's associated with your permit number, your virtual permit number. And if you don't, if you're driving a different car that day, you have to just get on that app real quick, tell the campus which car you're driving, which license plate number, so it associates your parking permit, your virtual one, with that particular car, okay? Any questions about anything I just mentioned? I know that was a lot. So I will be at lunch. I look forward to seeing you. You do have a question for me? Yeah, your parking permit pays for 2 cars max. Good question. All right. I will now pass it off to my friend and colleague, Allie, who's gonna talk to you about housing.
All right, everyone. So as Shannon said, my name is Allie Serrano, and I'm the Associate Director of Residential Education here at Cal State San Marcos, which that part was pretty obvious. How many of you will actually be living on campus with us next year? All right, so about half of you, nice. Well, let's get into it. So I'm just going to take up a couple minutes of your time because I know we have a really big day ahead of us. So I just wanted to let you know that for those of you who are living in campus, it's going to be a really amazing experience. Similarly to getting involved on campus, students who live on campus their first, second years have higher graduation rates, higher GPAs, and just feel a greater connection to the campus because obviously you're here. It's so easy for everyone who's living on campus to just walk up the hill and go get involved in all the amazing things that Shannon shared with you. There's lots of leadership opportunities within student housing. Those of you who are living with us, you'll be able to meet your resident advisor on move-in day. They're going to be your go-to person when it comes to any questions, concerns you may have, everything from where is the front office to how do I get involved in an organization or where's the student health center, etc. That's what they are there for. We also have Residence Hall Council. This is a leadership opportunity that you all can do day one, no experience required. Resident Hall Council, the motto of that program is for the residents, by the residents. And essentially, you're just planning really fun social events for the folks who are living in your building. It's a great way to get involved, to start having some leadership stuff, work with campus partners, and just plan really fun stuff that you all want to do. When you all come, you'll also be able to meet your residential peer mentor. This is an academic initiative that we piloted last year, and essentially these are folks who live on campus, residents just like you, who are there to answer any questions that you may have about your academics. So academic success. They offer one-on-one meetings, they'll let you know about resources, they plan events, they bring in tutoring. So there's really no reason for anyone who's living on campus to feel as though they kind of don't know what's going on or how to ask for help with academics, because that's what these folks are there for. All right, so the most important thing for us who are working in housing is to make sure that you all, as our residents, are safe, secure, that you feel comfortable, that you feel a sense of belonging. So you'll notice that we have a lot of safety and security measures, policies that we ask you to follow, as well as of the community. Everyone's responsibility is to look out for each other, and so we try to do everything we can to keep you all safe. So all of this information you'll be getting more details on once you join us on move-in weekend, but for now, just kind of wanted to give you a little taste and say hello, welcome, and for those of you living with us, I can't wait to get to know you this coming year. So thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Allie, so much. Thank you, Allie, thank you. So as we pull up this next presentation, can you all help me in welcoming Norma Larios from the Sociology Department?
How are you guys doing? Good. So my name is Norma Larios. Some of you may know me from EOP because I actually have two roles on campus. I am the Associate Director for the Educational Opportunity Program, and I also teach for the Sociology Department. That's a mouthful. Your job today is to look at that clock. When you see 9:35, say time out, because that's my cutoff time, okay? How many are morning people? I know. I feel your pain. Me neither. Afternoon, night owls? Night owls. Okay, so night owls, you got to bear with it, okay? You got to bear with it. There's a lot going on. Before we get started, I know there's a lot of information, and I know retention-wise, you might only capture 10% of what I'm saying. That's okay. As long as that 10% is my name, we're good to go. What's my name? Perfect. So let's get started with the wave. I know. I got to get you moving. You guys know what the wave is? You ever go to a basketball? No, not basketball. Baseball? Soccer season? The deal is you just go like this. Woo! I don't feel silly at all. Do you say it with me? Woo! Okay. Everyone, as long as you don't have coffee or juice or something on your lap, the goal is you stand up and you go. Woo! Okay, and then we'll get started because the blood has flowed and you should be listening in. We're going to start on this end because I'm on this end. So, on my go, everyone from top, bottom to top will go. And stand up as you do it, and you will do it with a smile. Okay? On my go, and then it flows. and then it flows. On my go. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, that was good. I'm so pleased. We're not done. I know, we're not done. Now we go on this side. Let's see if they can beat you. Okay? Remember, loud and proud. On my go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was okay. That was okay. I approve. Give yourselves a round of applause. Woo, woo, woo. Okay. Is the blood flowing? No? You got to make do. I'm here to talk to you about what to expect in college. Ooh, that's not good. Oh, there's a lot of clickers here. Welcome, obviously. One of the things that I like to ask you all is you have to remember why you're here, right? Is it to meet a loved one? I don't know, right? Is it to get your degree? Is it to make money, right? Whatever your reason and your motivation, it could be all of the above, and that's okay. The problem or the issue is you want to make sure that whatever your goal is, you align your actions with it, right? So if you want to find a loved one, what you going to do about it? Just saying. If your goal is to graduate in 4 years, what are you going to do about it? So you want to make sure you align those actions with those goals. Specifically, I'm here to talk to you about high school versus college, what the college structure looks like, what are those expectations that us as faculty have of you in the classroom, and the sense of belonging. As Shannon mentioned, feeling connected, there's overall pluses in doing so, and that's true within academics as well. So talking about high school versus college, okay, let's be real. How many of you really put a lot of effort into your grades in high school? Like, did it take a lot of work to get those A's, B's, maybe those C's to get the degree? Raise your hand. Be proud, be proud. Okay, look around, everybody. Not too many, right? Not too many. Because for the rest of you, you're either too lazy to raise your hand, or number two, it was really easy for you, right? You could do the bare minimum and still get those A's, B's, C's with the degree, right? So it didn't take a lot of work. Now that you're here, it may be easy, but the reality is it's probably going to be a lot more difficult. So putting in the bare minimum to get those A grades or those B grades, it's probably not going to cut it. And that's a big difference that you'll have to see. Attendance-wise, in high school you got phone calls, emails, your parents, your guardians were notified. Nobody cares here, right? Nobody cares. We're not going to call your parents. We may not even call you, just depending on the faculty member. Some of us might, some more likely than not, we will not. But what it means is it's a lot of more responsibility on your end, right? It's, again, asking yourself, why are you here, right? You're paying a lot of money, either through your own pocket or if you receive financial aid through financial aid. It's a lot of money going down the tube, so to speak, if you're never present. Time management, workload. One thing to remember is that the semester is only 15 weeks long, plus 1 week of final exams, okay? So you're cramming. In high school, you would take English, for example, and you would take English fall semester, and then you would take English spring semester, and that completed your 1 year requirement. Here, it is only one semester. So you'll take English, fall 2018, and you are done, okay? There's no 2 semester deal. I know, thank goodness. All right, college structure. One thing to remember, we always talk about we're one university, right? Cal State San Marcos is one university, and that picture is so sad, I'm sorry. It's not a good day. But in addition, we talk about how there are 4 colleges, right? One university, 4 colleges. So there's the College of Business, the College of Science and Math, the College of Humanities, Arts, Behavioral, and Social Sciences, and then the College of Education, Health, and Human Services. Each one of you, depending on your major, pertains to one of those colleges. And if you're undeclared, that's okay. You're still thinking it through. Once you declare your major, you will also fall under one of these areas. So majors in the university structure, we call them as departments. So if you are so interested and you're like, dang, I don't know where my major/department, what college does it reside in? It's not pretty, I'm sorry. But if you're in CHABS, the College of Humanities, Arts, Behavioral, and Social Sciences, which by the way, we're lazy here. So you'll find like the University Student Union, nobody wants to say that. We say the USU. Academic Hall, nobody wants to say that. We say ACD, right? We're lazy. Keep that in mind. So CHABS, if you have one of these majors, you fall under this college. If you're the College of Business Administration, if you have one of these, if you are pre-business, which all of you would be if you're going the business route, you will eventually fall under this college as well. Education, Health, and Human Services. So if you're in kinesiology, nursing, human development, you fall under here. And then science and math, any of the biological sciences, biotech, biochem, you brainiacs, you all fell there. Computer science, okay? Now, major versus minor. So I'm not going to go into depth, but it is important to kind of you might hear this terminology a lot more as you progress. Major is what you're studying for, right? That's your degree. And it may change, and that's okay, right? Your minor is like an extra concentration, right? It's an extra. So it's like when you're applying for those jobs, you can say, hey, I majored in business, but my minor is in communication, therefore I'm fabulous, right? So something like that is just an extra. College professors, who are they? You have your tenure track, which basically means they're permanent or they're on their way to being permanent. No way, no how, they will never be fired. It's good to be them, okay? Along with that, they not only teach in the classrooms, but they're also doing research, right? So a lot of times, the books that you're reading, the articles that you're reading, it's our own very faculty, right, who does that, who writes books, who writes articles. Hence, they split their time between doing research, teaching in the classroom, and community work, okay? Then we have our lecturer faculty, like so. And what we do is we also teach in the classroom, but you might have folks who have other obligations. Maybe they have another position, a job. Maybe they teach among various community colleges or colleges. So they're all around, okay? Expectations, what do we want you to know? Okay, so in high school, everybody got a syllabus, right? Most classes, all classes. And it usually was 1 page, 2 page tops. Am I right on the money? Is that still the case, or did your teachers get crazy on me? Still about the same? So here, your syllabus could range anywhere between 3 pages to 10 pages to 20 pages, right? And the reason for that is folks really look at your syllabus as a contract between myself and you. This is everything that I say I request and require of you. And this is everything that you've agreed to simply by staying in my class, okay? So because of that, it's important to read it. You don't know how many times I get emails, phone calls, students coming up. You know when they say there's no dumb question? That's not always true, right? That's not always true. The reason being, if they ask me, what's your attendance policy? I'm going to say, look at your syllabus, right? So if they say, when's my exam? I'm going to say, look at your syllabus. So just a heads up, you don't want to be that person, okay? So definitely check out your syllabus. It will list contact information, what folks' professors' office hours are, when can you go in and ask questions, check in with them. A lot of times people come in just to talk about what kind of careers are there in the future and how to prepare for them. In addition to the class itself, grading information, absence and test makeup policy, and your full schedule of reading and assignments for the entire semester. Okay, so my job, as much as I love to entertain, is not to motivate yourself, right? That's your job. You should be in here ready to go, enthused, sitting up straight, not closing your eyes and falling asleep, right? Even the night owls. Night owls, if you know that mornings are rough, you don't put morning schedule, right? This is the difference now with college, is that you are the power with your schedule. So you don't have to go to class in the morning. Same thing with my morning people. If you know that by 4 o'clock you have mentally checked out, don't put any classes after 4 o'clock, right? So my job, once you're in my class, my job is not to motivate you. My job is to motivate the material. I'm going to make the information, in my case it's sociology, so it's so much fun. I'm going to talk about how what I'm teaching for the day is so wonderful and great, right? And why and how it applies. I'm going to make your learning easier, hopefully. I'm going to be able to communicate any expectations that I may have, and I'm going to give you the resources that you need. That's my job. Your job is to come prepared, understand those expectations, participate actively, which you already have, done so today. Thank you very much. And utilize any resources that are needed, that I've put out there. Where to get help? Well, obviously you can go to the professor, right? Office hours. On the syllabus, they'll include the email. Have you guys heard about Cougar Courses yet? Some of you may have. Cougar Courses is your friend. You can find it off of the homepage, Cal State San Marcos' homepage. Most, if not all of your professors will utilize it to include grades, to post grades, to post information, hand out syllabus. I don't print syllabus for my students. I just put it on Cougar Courses and you can access it yourself. There's also teacher's assistants that you can contact for those classes that have them. If you're taking, every single class on campus has a writing requirement, even math, right? Even math does. So if writing is a struggle or a challenge, or you're not sure about thesis, argument, yada, 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 right? There's a writing center. We also have a math lab for those of us who struggle in math. There's a math lab. We have a language learning center for the foreign language requirement if you are having difficulties or need extra assistance. We have a STEM center for all of our science folks. Supplemental instruction is tied to those courses that the university has found that students tend to struggle with. And then we also have academic advisors of many kinds and types, okay? Apparently you have a planner, maybe not, but you can always check the website for more information or see your advisor if you're part of EOP, ACE, TRIO, any of the specialized programs, camp. You're welcome to see your advisors as well, your counselors. Classroom expectations, be on time, come prepared, read. Did I say that? Read. Okay, read. Know your due dates and take responsibility for your own learning. Okay, if you tuned me out, come back to the light. Come back. So, it takes 120 units for you to graduate. Of those 120 units, some of them are going to be general education. That's what you'll be taking your first about 2 years here at the university, 1.5 to 2. Then you're going to move on to your major requirements. Whatever your major is, you're moving on and taking courses in that area. After you completed 1 and 2, if you're not at that 120 unit mark, even though you've done everything, then guess what? That's where electives come in, because you're still short of reaching that 120. So the electives could be just anything you found an interest in, or that minor's creeping back in, right? If you now are like, well, rather than taking random elective units, why don't I just declare a minor and have that extra focus? One thing to keep in mind is that a unit, because you will hear that, you're probably already enrolled in some classes, 1 unit indicates the amount of credit that's given for a class. Most classes are 3 units, some are 4, some are 5, right? But most are 3. For every unit, it's 1 hour of class time. So if you have a 3-unit course, you're physically in the classroom for 3 hours, okay? So, most of you will take 12 units. 12 units is considered a full-time load for financial aid purposes. If you take 12 units per semester, let's just say that's 24 units in an academic year, that's going to take you 5 years to graduate, right? In order to reach the 120 units that I mentioned, if you're taking 24 units in an academic year, 12 and 12, no summer, no winter, then it's going to take you 5. If you complete 15 units, so you bump it up, take one more class, fall and spring, or take 30 units somewhere, somehow, in an academic year, then that's going to bring you back down to 4. Okay? That is important to know. To graduate in 4 years, I don't want to say plan on doing 15 units a semester, but I do want to say plan on doing 30 units a year. Because some folks might decide to do summer school or winter intersession, and it balances out. Does that make sense? Yes. Do I get a yes? Yes, Norma. Okay. So, each week, how much time will you spend working on one course outside of class? What's your answer? D. Ooh, high school's creeping up on you. Okay, a few of you said A. The 2 or 3 hands that raised when I asked you how much spent time, those are the hands that said the right answer. It is A. 8 to 9 hours or more, and let me tell you why. For every hour that you are physically in class, you can expect to work 2 hours outside of class, right? 2 hours. So one class, 3 hours you're in, 6 hours of outside work, 3 times 2. No. Yes, 3 times 2 is 6, plus the 3 hours you're already in, right? That's 9 hours. What's 9 times 4? 36, that's 12 units, right? So guess what? What do I want to tell you? A full load of classes is a full-time job. That's all I want you to know. So keep that in mind. Let me see if I have that other slide that says it. If you do 15 units, then you know 5 times 9 is 45 hours a week. That's a little more than a full-time job. How many people work? How many people have obligations, family obligations? How many have a life? Everybody, right? Everybody has a life. So keep that in mind. Keep this in mind, that if you're doing a full-time schedule, which most, if not all of you will in some shape or form, whether that's 12, 13, 14, or 15 units, don't do more than 15 your first semester, then you want to keep in mind all your other commitments, right? Because the only way you're successful here is, remember, align your actions with your, some of you said it, it's a G word. Goal. Love it. Okay, classroom expectations. I'm going to fly by because I got my warning. You guys failed. You didn't give me a timeout. Love it. Love it. Classroom expectations. Don't use your computer in my classroom, please. Don't text. Don't talk on the phone. Some of us will kick you out. Some of us will take your phone. Plagiarize. Don't cheat, right? A lot of times people cheat in the class, not because it's not like, hey, slide your paper this way and let me take a look, right? Although that does happen from time to time. More often than not, people are plagiarizing in the sense that they're using other folks' work from their textbook, from articles, and they're counting it as their own. And oftentimes, it's because you don't know, right? You don't know how to properly cite. So you want to make sure, when in doubt, always include a reference, and when in super doubt, talk to your professor, okay? Because students will get or may flunk the class or get disqualified from the university, meaning you are, the K word, kicked out. Correct. Okay. So some advice that freshmen have for you is who are these people? Manage your time. Go to all your classes, read everything, and do all of your assignments, right? Join groups and go to events. Ms. Shannon, when she was talking about, getting involved in the campus life and all that good stuff, that's the belonging, right? Part of the job is for you to do your academics and be on top of that, but the other part is for you to love it here, right? Because if you don't love it here, then you're not going to stay here. So do things that will keep you connected. You do much better when you're connected. You can join research projects with professors, join clubs, join organizations, participate in community events. This is an example of the American Cancer Society. Don't they look like they're having a good time? No? Yes. Ask questions, talk to your professors, study with other students, participate, create, initiate, and lead. Isn't that wonderful? And I have Dr. Joanne Peterson's name there because she also is my partner in crime, and we often tag team. She is a wonderful resource. If you take GEL 101, which many of you will in the fall, she heads up that department. Okay, that's it. That's a wrap. I'd like an applause. Keep me motivated for the rest of the day. Thank you very much. And applause to you all. Have a wonderful day, and I will see many of you during academic advising later this afternoon. Bye.
All right, thank you, Norma. Now we are going to get a presentation from Campus Safety. So can you all please welcome Sergeant Brian McCauley.
The button says on, so flip it up to on. All right, again, like he said, I'm Sergeant Brian McCauley, University Police, and I'm going to go over a quick PowerPoint presentation with you and then answer any questions you have. After watching that previous presenter and seeing that you guys have 45 hours of work every week, you're not going to have to deal with me at all. You're going to be too busy. All right. Who are we? California State University. Every campus has a university police department, not campus security. Does anybody know the difference? That's a good answer. You're absolutely right. Some campuses that are not affiliated with a state university, their security department don't carry guns. We carry guns because we're full-time certified police officers. Everybody that's a sworn officer in this department goes through a police academy. It's the same as the county sheriff, the California Highway Patrol, or your local municipal police department. Everybody in the state that's a peace officer gets the same training. All the officers, sergeants, lieutenants, and chief on this department have all been police officers for 10 years or more when they come here. Okay, a lot of the officers that are on this department come from other agencies. They've been out on patrol in other agencies. They have a wealth of experience, and they want to come to this campus to interact with you guys and make your experience here a better experience for you, a safer experience for you. So that's who we are basically. On every campus, does anybody know how many CSU campuses are in the state? 23, exactly right. On those campuses, the University Police Department are exchangeable. We can go down to San Diego State and help them out, and they can come up here. We often have officers from Fullerton or other close by universities will come down and help us out. At graduation, when you guys make it in 4 years, you'll see, because we only have 17 officers from the very youngest officer to the chief of police. There's only 17 of us here on campus. So graduation, we have at least 45 officers here to help you guys get through the graduation. So those officers come from other campuses and help us out. They're all dressed the same. Each campus might have a different badge, but basically we're all dressed alike. With that being said, we have a critical response unit that's comprised of officers from every campus. All 23 campuses get together and they train together. They'll go to each campus whenever say we have a controversial speaker here on campus, or we really don't get those kind of people here on this campus, but Cal State, LA, Northridge, Fullerton, the bigger campuses will have a controversial speaker where they're expecting 400 demonstrators. We'll activate our crew team, critical response units, and we'll send officers up there to help them out. You can see we have a K-9 in our department, and the K-9 handler is right back here on the wall, David Angulo. When he's out working, he drives a Chevy Tahoe. It's kind of a goldish color. It's not marked as a police vehicle, although it does have red lights and siren on it. If you see that vehicle around, he's probably out there doing something. And he and his partner, Armor, are very well represented on the campus. You'll see him out there. You're welcome to come up and pet the dog and have a good time. The dog does not bite. It's not what's known as a land shark. It's actually a explosive sniffing dog. So every event that's here on campus, and in fact in Southern California, David and his partner will sweep the area first before we let anybody in to make sure there's no explosives. The bottom picture there is basically inside our police department. That's our 911 communication center. It's operated 7/24, 365 days a year. There's always a dispatcher on duty, and they'll be there to take your emergency calls. This is a recent picture. Actually, everybody that's in that picture is still here. You can see David and his partner Armor down here in the right-hand corner. But our mission is to help provide a safe academic environment for all students, staff, and faculty. We do this by enforcing all California penal codes, California vehicle codes, and all city ordinances. We foster learning by providing a free safety training classes. Well, what I mean by that is we offer such classes as the rape aggression, what's it called? RAD, Rape Aggression Defense. It's open to all students on campus. Is it just female or? Yeah, just female, sorry guys. Female students. But it's basically a 16-hour course. David can talk to you about it more, but he's one of the instructors, and they provide training to females on how to protect themselves if you're going to be out on campus alone. Where it says that we do this by enforcing California penal code and vehicle codes, we do that on campus. So if you see one of our marked units, black and white, it says police, CSU San Marcos, and you run a stop sign on campus, you can expect those red lights to come on. We will pull you over, and we do give you tickets. So, by the way, there's a stop sign coming out of every parking lot. Just FYI. Okay, UPD offers several programs to help enhance student safety on campus. Safety escorts. If you're on campus late at night and you don't feel safe walking from your classroom to your car, classroom to your residence hall, or something like that, you can call UPD and we'll send somebody out to escort you. It's not a free ride. It's not a taxi service. If you want an escort, a lot of the officers, including myself and I think Officer Angulo, park our car and we will walk you to wherever you need to go. Unless it's raining, then you get a ride. Price, preventing rape by intoxication through community education. RAD, we talked about that. CSOs, our CSOs are community service officers. Those are students that work for the police department on a part-time basis. We pay them, and they're in a similar uniform, but black pants, gray shirts. They don't carry a gun. They carry a radio, and if they need an officer, they can call us. But basically, they do building checks, door unlocks. They do write parking tickets, those kind of things. If you're interested in a position with UPD as a community service officer, contact UPD anytime after this orientation. PACE, police and community engagement. There's pictures of our CSOs down there. It's basically our community-oriented policing unit. They're out there every U hour on Tuesdays and Thursdays. They'll have a tabling event. You can come by and talk to them and ask questions. Safety on campus, we have over 100 cameras. It's probably closer to 180 cameras on campus now, so any crimes that occur on campus, we go back and check the video surveillance. No matter where you go, pretty much, you're going to be on camera. Emergency notifications. There's blue poles out there, buttons. I'm sure you've seen them. They're on high school campuses and community college campuses. You push the button, it's just like calling 911. The dispatcher will answer the call, and you tell them what the emergency is, and they'll send an officer. The emergency alert system. It's basically to notify you in the event of an emergency on campus. You can set it up to have it send to your cell phone, your home phone, your email address, both on campus and off campus, so you'll never be without getting that notification. And you can go on our website and sign yourself up. What do you do in an event of an emergency? You guys have all probably had this in high school or junior colleges if you're transferring here. What is the mantra now? If you see something, say something. If you're involved in an emergency, run, hide, fight. If you can run, get away from it. If you can't, hide. And if you have to, fight. Right? You guys have all heard that before? Yeah. All right, you'll get more on that in the future. Oh, let me go back. While Cal State San Marcos is one of the safest CSUs in the system, actually we were voted the safest four-year university in California this past calendar year. So you guys all came to the right campus. Very few reported crimes on the campus because our officers are out there interacting with the community. If we see somebody on campus that we don't think belongs here, we'll stop and talk to them and find out why they're here. We try to do that in a proactive manner. We're not aggressive with people unless we have to be, but if we just stop and talk to people, that's how we prevent crimes. All right. I keep getting a warning that my time's almost up. Jean Cleary Act. This is a requirement by the federal government that we post on our website all the crimes that occur on campus. You can go to our website, csusm.edu/police, and you can find that report. But you're not going to find much because we're the safest four-year university, the safest four-year university in the state of California. And at one point, when I came here in 2011, we were the safest four-year university in the country. 911 from any phone on campus will go directly to our communication center. You can program this phone number here, 760-750-4567, into your cell phone. You'll always have it if you need University Police, call that number. Most cell phones, with the exception, I think, of some of the lesser known ones, if you dial 911 from your cell phone, you will get our communication center. If you don't, and you get the CHP, just tell them you need Cal State San Marcos Police, and they'll transfer you to us. You can also email dispatch at csusm.edu, and that will go directly to the dispatcher. Don't report emergencies that way. If you have an emergency, call 911. All right, my time's up. Important tips. The dispatcher's going to ask you questions. Give them as much information as you can. That helps the officer responding. The emergency services not provided. We don't do vehicle jump starts, vehicle unlocks, and we can't push your car to get it started. The reason for that is just for your safety. We don't want to damage your car. Any questions? Come on, somebody has to have a question. Is it lunchtime? You're not going to lunch, so you got to have a question. Somebody ask a question or I'm not leaving. Okay, very good. We do have an internship. Dave, do you know if is there a,
It's done by semester. Every semester we hire or we'll take on internships, and we pretty much basically based on what you're interested in. I train with a lot of government agencies, so typically some of them deal with that, and I do my part to help you guys get as much experience with them. Or when you teach you anything you want to learn about, just like an internship, or like maybe my dog kennel or something like that. So we offer every semester.
Okay, and if you're interested in law enforcement, you can apply for a job as a CSO, because as you're working with University Police, we'll take you on right along with us, and you'll be able to do that. Okay. Did you have a follow-up question? You have to be a full-time student and be able to pass our background. I do the background, so I got you covered. Yeah. We prefer to have incoming freshmen and hire them, because that way we train them and then they're here for 4 years. If we hire a senior in their second semester of their senior year, we train them, give them uniforms and all that, and they're gone in 6 months. So we prefer incoming freshmen. Any other questions? There are no dumb questions. Go ahead. I'll let you know after you ask a question. Okay, go ahead. Okay, you were right the first time. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Any other questions before I go? Yes. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. One more time. How can you do an internship if you're a CSO? Oh, how do you sign up? Come to our station. We're open. The station's open Monday through Friday, I think 8 to 4:30. Stop by and we'll have somebody come out and talk to you, explain that all to you. We have one officer, his name is Matt Curran. He runs both the internship program and the CSO program. He's currently on the night shift, so he'll be in tonight at 6 o'clock. If you want to call UPD, he can answer your questions.
You can sign up online through our website. The same one that showed you, CSU ID for Slack Police. You can sign up for CSO or internship through there. You can do it all online.
Any other questions before I go talk to your parents? My next stop is the parent orientation. Yeah.
What's the oddest experience you've had as a copy?
The oddest experience. That's hard to say. I mean, I retired from the sheriff's department after 32 years before I came here, and I enjoy every day I come to work. It's been a great experience, and I don't know, it's just been a good time. You know, I haven't really had an odd experience here. Yes. I will tell you, if you party on campus, you will see us. If you party off campus, you will see us. Because we work. Not a lot. We don't get a lot. Are you a partier? What's your name? No, I'm just kidding. Right, 45 hours a week, right? And then I know you guys sleep 60 hours a week. It doesn't leave you a whole lot of time to party. Yeah, you brought that up. Yeah, we were all working that day. It just so happened that we had a mandatory entire department meeting, so everybody in the police department was here that day, and it was raining. Somebody brought a long umbrella to work. He was actually a staff member, and somebody called and reported it as a possible man with a gun. Yeah, that was odd. Thank you guys very much. Welcome to Cal State San Marcos.
All right, thank you, Sergeant Brian McCauley. I hope you all had a very informative presentation. If you have any more follow-up questions for the campus safety and for the UPD, they will be at the resource fair today at lunch. So go ahead and visit their table. I believe they'll try and get the K9 unit out there as well, so you can go and meet the Armor. That's his name. So as we're getting ready for our next presentation, does anyone have any questions for myself or for orientation? Yes. Are we gonna play Kahoot? We are. Yeah, it's pulling up. Yeah, you heard the little tone. Yes. Hashtag Cougars 18. Sorry? Okay. All right. So I have a joke for you all. What do you call an owl that does magic? Houdini. Yeah, I hate it too. It's okay. Anyone else have jokes? Yeah? You have a joke up there? Oh, you have a joke? Before you say the punchline, is this appropriate? Next joke, next joke. In the back, yes. What did the grape say when he got smushed? So I don't know the line. Just gave a little wine. Oh man, that was good. That was good. Is this appropriate? Fantastic. Great. Go for it. I know this. Not gonna say that. Okay. No. Is this appropriate? Oh, okay, go for it. Oh. My senior quote was, "Whoa, Eric, you have gray hairs," says everyone who sits behind me. I have a bunch of gray hairs in the back, and, you know, people bullied me for it. It's fine. I just rolled with it. People tell me to dye my hair black, and, you know, then that looks really fake. But it's fine. That's my personal preference. I don't want to do that.
Oh, okay.
I think we're all set. Thank you for entertaining me all.
Thank you, Eric. All right. Thanks for your patience with us. How are you all doing? Good. Awesome. Well, welcome. My name is Krista Wenzel. I'm the sexual violence advocate and educator here at CSUSM. My office is located in Student Health and Counseling Services.
And good morning. Welcome to the Cougar family. My name is Kathy Wynn. I'm a health educator. And like Krista, I work over at Student Health and Counseling as well, which is just across the way right here next to the parking structure. Y'all can hear me, right, without the mic? Yes. Okay. I'm pretty loud. So, welcome to our university. Welcome to this presentation. Krista and I today. Oh. We are being recorded. Okay. Well, thanks for the notification. How do I look? All right. No, just kidding. Oh, there's the camera. I see it now. Hello. Let's do it over. So welcome to Cal State University San Marcos. And Krista and I are here today to present on sexual violence and the resources. How many of you have heard of the hashtag #MeToo movement that's been going all around social media? Okay. For those of you that are not familiar, what is she talking about, this hashtag #MeToo movement? It's bringing awareness relating to issues of sexual violence and dating violence, including sexual assault, rape, sexual harassment, stalking, dating violence, domestic violence, sexual battery, okay? The reason why we are talking about this today is, number one, we want to keep our campus community members safe. Okay. Number two, we are mandated to talk about this. And number three, we want to give you the resources that we offer on campus as well as off campus, so that way you know what to do if someone, either a friend, a significant other, who discloses this information to you that they are a victim or survivor of any type of dating or sexual violence, that you know how to help. And that's what we're here for, is we want to empower you with the knowledge, tools, and the resources so that you can help someone that they need it.
Yeah, so before we dig in, we just want to acknowledge that most people identify either as survivors or knowing someone who's a survivor of sexual violence. So please take care of yourselves, do whatever you need to do, leave, rejoin, just do whatever you need to do to take care of yourself. So sexual violence is any sexual act without affirmative consent, and we're going to talk a lot more about that, even have some volunteers coming up to help us kind of dissect that topic. Sexual violence is never the fault of the victim survivor, and when I'm talking about sexual violence, what I'm talking about is sexual harassment, dating domestic violence, stalking, rape, sexual assault, sexual battery, and really cueing us all into gender
no gender is immune to this, so whether it's male, male, female, female, male, female, gender non-binary folks, more than 2 to 3 people, a group of people, sexual violence can happen in any of those spaces, so really keeping our minds open to that reality. All right, so we want you all to, can you pull it up, Kathy? We all want you all to participate with us, so please pull out your phones. We have a couple survey questions for you all. If you go to kahoot.it, so KAHOOT.it, and just put your first either 1 or 2 initials or anything. So
Just be respectful with the names that you're choosing. That's what we're asking.
Definitely. Yes. Yeah. We're not looking for the most creative here. 3959387 is our code. And we're just going to kind of get a feel for your all's experiences and information knowledge. 3959387, kahoot.it. So if you want to pull out your phones. KAHOOT.it. We'll give y'all a little bit more time. 3959387 is our code.
Do we like the music? Is that helpful?
Yeah, I think there you go.
All right, now you're all in the mood, right? Okay. Okay, we're going to give it another 10 seconds. So you have a phone or wireless or internet connectivity, please join in. All right, let's go ahead and get started.
And you all can join.
Last chance.
You can keep joining while it's going on.
Yeah,
so.
3959387. All right.
So our first question, are you or do you know someone who is a survivor of sexual assault or rape? Yes or no? Do you know someone who's a survivor of sexual assault or rape? Okay, so yes, 71, 66. This is pretty on par with what we find with our first year students. At least half, if not more, identify as a survivor or know someone who's a survivor. On a campus, 1 in 5 women are typically statistically identify experiencing sexual assault. 1 in 6 men identify experiencing some kind of sexual violence during their lifetime. We know that our LGBTQ community is at a higher risk. Also, some more surveys that are coming out that identify our trans students are at the highest risk for sexual violence. So really being aware of that. Thank you. All right, our next question. Have you or someone you know experienced dating or domestic violence? So any kind of physical, emotional, sexual abuse within a relationship, demanding passwords, anything like that. Okay, so kind of on the same level. Over half of you identify knowing someone or experience dating or domestic violence. More and more research is coming out that the levels for this are getting higher and higher. At the college level, at least 3 in 5 students identify experiencing intimate partner violence at some point in their college career. I know for the services that I offer, I'm getting a lot more students who are coming with these experiences, whether there's somebody who's almost obsessive, maybe they've tried to break up with them, they've threatened to kill themselves, or they're stalking them, following them around classes, continually texting them to interrupt their access to their education, all the way to physical abuse, not allowing them to come to class, interrupting their studies. All of those things would constitute dating or domestic violence. And our campus has policies that prohibit that kind of conduct, and there are resources. All right. Have you or someone you know experienced sexual harassment and or stalking? So any kind of sexual harassment or stalking? Yes or no? All right, wow, so this one's pretty high. what do you all think is the average duration of someone who experiences stalking? How long do you think that lasts on average? 5 years, 6 years, wow. 2 years, okay. So yeah, it's about 1.8 years on average is the stalking duration. And for sexual harassment, those statistics that continue to come out, a lot in the workplace. Sometimes you might experience that if you do become an employee on campus, there are rights for you that you cannot be harassed, and if you are, you can access the university for support and resources. Is that our final, or do we have one more? Okay, last one. Have you ever intervened when you've seen something sexually unsafe happening? So if you've seen domestic violence happening, if you've seen somebody who maybe is being stalked, or somebody who's really sexually aggressive with somebody, have you done something about that? Yeah, so again, not a lot of people have, not a lot of people have, some people have. And that's, again, statistics we're finding. We'll talk a little bit about bystander intervention. A lot of people, I think it's 43% of students said that they've witnessed an unsafe sexual encounter and they have not done anything about it. And again, it's not because they're bad people or anything. Usually it's because they don't know what to do. They're not sure about what they're seeing. They're afraid they might get hurt or in trouble, or they think somebody else is doing something about it. So thank you for participating in that.
All right, so moving on. So in order to prevent sexual assault, rape from happening, right, we all want sex to feel what? Good. Sex should feel great. It should feel amazing, right? And it's awesome when it is what? Consensual, yeah.
Yay.
But how do you know if you have someone's consent? When they say yes, yeah. You have to ask, and they say yes, and it has to be an enthusiastic yes, right? Not, yeah, maybe, I'm not sure. Let me think about it. No, it's yes. Oh, I love that. Let's do this right now. Like right now, yes. Do you have a condom? We're good to go, right? It's enthusiastic, okay? In 2015, we have moved away from no meaning no to yes means yes. It's called affirmative consent, okay?
All right. So we would like to request 4 volunteers. If you want to come down here, please. Who wants to volunteer? You get a prize. All right, come on down. We got 2. We need 2 more. All right, come on over here. Come on down.
Awesome. Thank you, friends. All right, so while you're coming down, Krista will go ahead and prep you. It's what we're doing is a scenario, so it will be a little bit of role playing. You'll be given prompts. So thank you so much for 4 volunteers. And while they're coming down, let's go back and talk about affirmative consent, okay? So when we talked about sex should feel good, it should feel awesome, it should feel great, right? But you want to make sure that it's consenting between 2 or more people all agreeing on the same thing, right? Okay? All right. So what is consent? So like Lacey said, is to say yes freely with enthusiasm, okay? And it's ongoing. So it's not asking, coercing, and trying to push the other person. I think a weird spot. Okay.
Here's another mic.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's a definite no, I think. Okay. So again, you can't push someone, come on, let's do what we did it last week, or you loved it last time. It doesn't mean that it's okay that they want it the next time you get together, okay? It has to be ongoing consent, always asking. And it has to be mutual. It has to be verbal, okay? Definitely sober. So if you're intoxicated, under influence of alcohol and drugs, you're impaired. So when you're in that impairment state, please don't take advantage of someone that's impaired like that, because they're not able to give you consent, okay? Because if they were sober, they might have said no. Responsibility is to the doer, so it's not my fault that I'm getting raped or sexually assaulted, okay? It's the aggressor. So please don't blame victims because of what they were wearing, what they were drinking, how much they were drinking, okay? Nobody asked to be violated ever. It's responsibility of the receiver as well. It's open to change. So I might agree to say, yes, I want to have sex with you. I love it. And right in the middle of the sex act, I might freeze up. Okay, please know that someone could be a survivor of sexual violence and may not disclose that to you. So they have the ability to change their mind, or some things change. Maybe it got too aggressive, or maybe this is pushing past their sexual boundaries and they're not okay with this. They're entitled to change their mind, okay? Consent is not given if you're under the 18 years of age. So like Lacey said, if you're under 18 years of age and is having sex with someone who's older, that's considered statutory rape by law. Again, consent cannot be given if you're drunk, you're unconscious, you're intimidated, forced, threatened, okay? And then silence. So silence is almost like that fear factor where you have the flight, fight, or freeze response, okay? So sometimes when people are in a certain situation and they're so nervous and they're so scared, some of us may choose to run. Some of us might just fight head on. And then some of us freeze up. We don't say anything. We don't do anything. So silence does not mean that it's a yes. So again, it has to be affirmative yes. Okay. Any questions relating to this? So now that we all have a better understanding what affirmative consent is, let's practice it and making sure that we keep our campus community safe.
All right, so our first two, I'd like to introduce you to Jamie and Alex. If you all want to come, or sorry, no. Chris and Sam, please come out and join us. So it's Friday night, and Chris and Sam are at a house party. Chris and Sam don't know each other well, but have seen each other in their math class that they have together. Throughout the night, they've been making eye contact while mingling with friends. Toward the end of the evening, Chris and Sam find themselves sitting on the couch together. They start talking.
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Okay. It's awkward, but okay. Hey Sam.
Hi. There's a lot.
Yeah. Wow. I never noticed how pretty you were.
Thanks.
You know, that shirt looks really good.
Thanks. I got it on sale.
Oh my God. That was amazing. Really, where? Okay.
I don't know. Maybe Ross.
Want to go upstairs?
No, this couch is quite comfy.
Good enough?
Yeah, it's good enough for now.
Didn't get the hint.
What hint? I'm gonna go home now.
Please. That's. Come on. I mean, the couch is fine.
I know, that's why we're staying here. Actually, I think there's best. Be an asshole and keep conversing.
I don't know how to be an asshole. It's new to me. My name's Chris. Boy.
Thank you. All right, so thinking about this scene. So thinking about, these are classmates. These are things that I hear about a lot. So you're kind of hanging out. You maybe know somebody. You want to hit on them. So in this scene, kind of like complimenting somebody. And then on Sam's part, Sam? Yeah, Alex, Sam. So on your part, feeling like you're unsure, you're not sure what you want to do, maybe, and then Chris has continued to kind of ask. So when we think about consent, what you heard here, what are your thoughts about that with affirmative consent? No. What do you mean
did
by
she
no?
say? Like, what did she say that made you think, okay, that's a no?
The couch is comfy.
The couch is
okay?
comfy. Mm-hmm.
What else?
Someone said, I want to go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's say this scenario played out, let's say, with Kathy and I. So, Kathy, why don't you ask me? Go ahead.
Hey, Krista.
Hey, Kathy.
Having a great time at this party. How are you doing?
I'm feeling awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, how about another drink here? Maybe you'll feel a little bit more awesome.
Heck
Cheers.
Yeah. Woo. Love it.
So, I never noticed this before, but you're looking hot tonight, girl.
I know. Thanks.
I just love that color of your shirt. It really, brings out the color of your eyes, and you are sassy.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hey, do you?
So are you. You're hot. Aren't we in class together?
We are. We're in like Bio 101.
Ooh, that class is so
I
hard.
sit behind you. I guess you never noticed.
Well, I'm noticing now.
Hey, you want to take this conversation maybe, someplace a little bit more quiet, maybe into another bedroom over there? I see it's open.
Well, is there music in there?
Oh.
Is that the Is there music in there?
Yeah, I got my cell phone. We can totally play music.
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, can my friends come?
No, you don't look like you're like standing okay. Here, let me help you.
I'm doing fine. Thank you, though. Thank you.
No, are you sure?
You're so nice.
No,
You're so
I feel like you're gonna hurt yourself. Let's let's take you to the other room because you can't
Do you
even stand,
really
girl.
think so?
I think so. Let's go.
All right.
Okay, here.
You're nice.
End scene.
All right, so what do you think about that? Why not? 'Cause I'm drunk?
How can you tell she's drunk? She's off balance. She's falling. Mm-hmm.
But I kind of wanted to at the end. Doesn't that mean anything? All right, fine.
Good job,
Well
y'all.
done, well done.
All right, well,
thank
give
you,
them a hand of
guys.
applause. Thank you. Oh, let me get your scenario. Thank you so much, y'all. All right, we have one more scenario we like to do. We invite our next scene. This is going to be Jamie.
I'm
and
Jamie.
Alex.
Is this the messed up one that it sounds like?
So Jamie and Alex have been hooking up randomly for a couple of months now, but have not had sex. They're currently hanging out in Jamie's bedroom for Netflix and chill. After making out and getting naked, Jamie looks at Alex and says,
So, you trying to do something tonight?
Nah. Nah.
Why not?
I mean, I wanted my first time to be with.
I mean, you're already naked. You trying to play a game or something?
Actually, this is out of nature. No, I thought we were just gonna, chill.
We are chilling. Come on, please.
Everybody look away. You got a condom or something, my boy?
I do.
All right, then, let's go.
Thank you.
all right, so you could just set him down there, thanks. So what do you all think about this conversation here? Was there affirmative
I know it makes
consent?
it a little complicated.
Why not? Forced? In what way? Kept asking for it. Yeah, so is affirmative consent when you kind of wear somebody down and they finally say yes? No. So what could it have sounded like if there was consent? How would that be different? Okay.
Thank you. Yes, if you know what your sexual boundaries are and you know that you want it to happen, You're going to say it openly and freely, especially the first time, not the third, fourth time that someone's pleading and begging and asking, right? And trying to change your mind. Okay.
So when you think about somebody asking you, hey, do you want to have sex? Do you want to 69? Do you want to go down on me? What do you think about blindfolding? Really,
what do you think
thinking
about backdoor? Like, think about these things.
Yeah, because part of affirmative consent is communication. So being able to really communicate, even asking the question, what would you like me to do to you? Yeah. Thinking back to your sexual experiences, how many people have asked you that? How many times have you asked somebody that? That's really where affirmative consent really needs to start. And we know in our culture we don't talk about sex very much, and we kind of deny that people even have sexuality. We really need to change that conversation and start with, what is pleasurable for me? And how can I ask somebody what they want? And how can I be open to how they respond? And really be able to hear what somebody's saying, as well as speak to my own sexual boundaries. And that's a huge part of affirmative consent, is being able to do that.
And we understand that many of you are not sexually experienced, and so being able to own in on that and knowing that other people may not be as well, that's okay. We all come from a different place, and sometimes it's important just to kind of figure it out as you go along. What makes you feel comfortable? If you're having second thoughts like you're not okay with this, then just open up, be honest, trust other people, and just have that communication like, hey, I really don't want you to do this, but I am considering this. So think about all your sexual limitations, your boundaries. What's a green light for you? What is a yellow light where you're kind of maybe? And what's a definite red light meaning no, stop? So as you're engaging in these sexual experiences, you already are kind of somewhat familiar or willing to, let other people know what you're thinking.
Yeah, and really talking about what's hard about this. So whether that's I feel pressure, or I don't know what to say, or I'm afraid to say because I like this person, this is a nice person, and I don't want to say no to them. To know that, it's still okay to say no, it's still okay to negotiate other sexual activity or none at all. And then if you're not sure, if you're with somebody and you are not sure if they're into what's going on, get out of that gray zone. Step back, ask, hey, do you like this? Is this okay? Faster, slower, different position, different activity? Do you want to take a break? Making sure you're really checking in to know that you have that yes. Because I can tell you, if something ends up getting reported, you're gonna have to be able to say, I knew I had a yes because. And it's not because we hooked up last night. It's not because they were flirting earlier. It's in that moment. How do you know you have a yes? So really, really making sure you all are doing that. Okay, so resources on campus. I'm a confidential person. So if you or a friend comes to you and says, hey, I was drunk last night, I woke up naked in somebody's bed, and I think something happened, I'm not sure, it doesn't feel good to me. Have them come to an advocate. Start with an advocate or a community resource that's confidential. I do not share any reports of sexual misconduct, so I don't talk to the police, I don't talk to the university. I'm not a mandated reporter in that way. Our CSUSM Title IX, that's our university investigative process. So they definitely, if people want to report and need help, they want to help you. They do their own investigative process. Nobody's going to jail or anything, but somebody could get suspended, they could get expelled. And then the police. So you can also report to our university police department for a criminal investigation.
All right, so anybody have any questions relating to any of that? No? Okay.
Sorry, Kathy, can I?
Yes.
My information is on page 59 of your handbook, so you can
And
look
it's
in
also
there
on our website, and her information is also found in our student health and counseling brochure here that's in your bag. So just going to the resources with student health and counseling, that's our building. Every student has access to see a medical provider, whether it's a nurse, a doctor, a counselor, all for free, because you already pay for it, okay? We only provide basic medical coverage, so anything not within our scope of care, we're going to refer you back out to your doctor. So please make sure your parents keep you, or you yourself keep yourself in an insurance. If you are sexually assaulted, please know that we provide free STI testing, free sexually transmitted infection testing, as well as morning after pill or emergency contraceptive pills for survivors, all right? Very important to let you know that all of our services are confidential, so we don't release any medical records without your written consent. There is also an immunization requirement here. hepatitis B, and measles, mumps, and rubella, please submit verification that you had these injections done. You just need to bring a photocopy of your verification. Either email it to us, fax it to us, or mail it, or even bring it to the health center. We can verify it for you. If you did not submit verification, they will put a hold on your registration. That means you cannot register for spring semester until this is cleared. Again, this information is online on our website, okay?
So there's also a required training that you're going to get, not anymore. It's going to come in your email around August 1st, your CSUSM email. So make sure you check that, complete that. This is an annual training. So you're going to get it this August 1st, you're going to get it next year, and the year after, and the year after, and maybe the year after. So make sure you complete that. If you don't, there will be a hold on your account for spring registration. You will not be able to register for spring until this is completed. And if it's the day you're supposed to register and you complete this, it takes up to 72 hours for that hold to fall off. So get that done as soon as possible.
And if you have questions, you're passionate about these topics, mental health, general health, physical health, talk to us at the resource fair today. We have opportunities for you to volunteer. And then thank you so much for being engaging and being interactive. We love spending our time with you, and welcome to the campus.
Thank you.
At least you're fed, you're starting to feel good. So I'm going to start with just a few trivia questions, so if you could listen up. So if anyone could tell me, so first raise your hand when you know the answer. I'm going to do my best to see who raises their hand first. So this first question, if you don't know the answer to it, it is in your program somewhere. So by raise of hand, who can tell me the name of the university's president? Okay, back there. Chavez is not our university president. Who can tell me the name of the university's president? Oh, you'll get one of these cool pennants. Can somebody tell me the name? If you don't know it, open up your pamphlet. It's in there somewhere. I promise. Right there. Lorena Cheka is not our university president. She's our vice president of student affairs. President Karen Haynes, we have a winner. Can I have one of my O-teamers help get her prize? So listen up. So could I see by raise of hands, who is the first in their family to get a 4-year degree? That's an awesome group, right? So I will tell you that actually President Karen Haynes is just like you. She was the first in her family to get a 4-year degree as well. So that's a pretty interesting fact. So this one's going to be a little bit easier, so be ready to raise your hand. So who can tell me what used to be on the land before Cal State San Marcos here? Right here. Not a prison. A chicken farm. We got another winner. Could you bring this to him? Thank you. So listen in. So Cal State San Marcos, before there was a university up on this big hillside, was once a chicken farm. So why that's actually kind of cool, the university here used to be the largest chicken farm west of the Mississippi. That's not that hard of a word to say, but I'm having a hard time today. So it was one of the biggest chicken farms west of the Mississippi, but then one summer, a heat wave came through and actually killed half the chickens. So people do kind of say that you do still see the ghosts of chickens haunting the halls. I don't know. I've never seen them, but... Are you sure it wasn't Thanos snapping his fingers? It was not Thanos snapping his fingers, killing half the chickens. That was a great reference point. I'll save that for later. So, hi. I am going to get started, so if we could quiet down. I only have like 5 minutes for a presentation. It's going to be like the shortest one of the day, but hopefully kind of fun. So I'm Andrew Reed. I'm from the Office of Communications. I'm here to talk about some of the ways that the university communicates with you, our students, as well as our whole community, about some of the things that are going on at the university. So my clicker should go forward, but it's not going forward, so I'll just click right here. So yeah, if you could sort that out for me. So the Office of Communications, like I said, what we do is we are the face and official voice of the university. We manage the brand. If you see somebody that goes onto the go back. If you see somebody that goes on the 10 o'clock news at night that's talking about the university and some of the cool things that we're doing, that is our office. We run all of the kind of like official media accounts, such as like social media, the email announcements, photography, video, and the mobile app and stuff like that. Oh, perfect. Thank you. So let me tell you about how we keep you informed. So in your inbox, one of the things is later today, you're all going to get your shiny new Cal State San Marcos email. So one of the things that you'll see is once a week, you will get an email from us. So that's going to be announcements. It's going to be telling you a lot of the things that are kind of happening at the university, whether it's, you don't want to drive onto campus and not know that there's a road closure, that there's going to be a big event happening on campus, or whether there's going to be that type of stuff. We also send news center emails. Those have some of the coolest stories of things that are going on at the university. So like, did you know that we have our kinesiology students work on a surf loom on campus where they test some of the latest wetsuits before they've even hit market, and they're studying the aerobic exercise of surfing. So stories like that, kind of interesting things, we are able to get those into your inbox. So online, we help manage some of these platforms, as well as in an emergency. So in an emergency, you all want to make sure that in MyCSUSM, you have all of your information updated so that if there is an emergency, it'll reach you on your cell phone, it'll send it to your email, it'll blast it everywhere. But then you also want to be able to make sure that right afterwards, after the immediate danger is done, you connect with us at the Office of Communications. Twitter is actually our #1 place to be able to push out a lot of those really small kind of updates like, hey, here's what's going on. Our class is canceled today because of an emergency or stuff like that. So our office is the one that will reach out to you after the immediate danger is out. So let me tell you about the app. So has anybody downloaded the app yet here? That's awesome. So if you haven't yet, let me give you a little case for why you might want to get it. The app is a great way for you to be able to, instead of having to log on every time to your Cougar courses, which is where you can see like your assignments, or you want to see your class schedule, the app has all of that. If you want to do something even like you're like, okay, well, I'm running late to class. Do I have time to get a Starbucks? It's in the app. The app can do that. It'll actually show you a live camera of how long the line is. You can plan whether that's enough time. You're on campus at 10 o'clock at night. You want to know where's a good place to study. The app can do that as well. So there's a lot of new features that are coming to the app. It's something that you can also like log in and check every day and say like, okay, what events are going on campus? Maybe I need a full belly. I need a slice of pizza. What events are going on? The app has all of those excellent things for you. So social media. So we do run official university accounts. So who's following us on a social media platform so far? Awesome. So if you're not, please take out your phones right now. Jump on your phone. Instagram is my favorite. We have student photographers and a bunch of people who help us take photos. If you're a photographer or you fancy yourself a photographer and you'd like to take photos, make sure you tag us. We love to share your photos. We love to share your stuff. #CSUSM. So after you are connected with the main university accounts, maybe you're part of your college or kinesiology or another department and you want to find more social media accounts that are tied to your department, we have a full online directory at csusm.edu/social. So, excellent. So let me tell you, our social media is a great place to get tuned in. A lot of times you'll know about things before they're happening. We are doing where we do an Instagram story that like, here's some of the best events that are coming up this week. If you saw, like, we even post like behind the scenes stuff. If anybody saw that viral moment where the Padres fan at the baseball game caught like the baseball in her beer cup, we actually found out that that was one of our students, Gabrielle DeMarco, and so we actually did a little fun behind the scenes thing with her after that. So there's a lot of fun stuff. You get to be on the inside of knowing what's going on at the university, so please follow us. Cougar Spirit, so I will say that if you look at your orientation brochures and your handbooks and stuff like that today, we do not use stock photography because we think you're all beautiful people, right? So if you look at your orientation brochures, a lot of those are actually your orientation leaders. You might be like, hey, I saw you on the cover of. So we do a lot of photography here at the university, and we take photos of you. We don't want to use stock photography because that's fake, right? We want to show our actual students. So if you see somebody like one of our photographers at an event, maybe they're like crawling through the grass trying to get cougars in their natural habitat, maybe give them a smile, put on the shades, look extra cool. Those are our university photographers. They want to capture photos of you doing your thing, and then you might find yourself on the university homepage, or you might find yourself on the app or stuff like that. So we love to take photos because we like to think we have some of the best looking students, right? So that is the end of my presentation. Does anybody have any questions? Awesome. Well, thank you all so much for your time, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day.
Hello, good afternoon. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. The surveys will be going around, so I'll wait until they've all been handed out, so that way you're not, wrestling with it. So sit tight. Don't start the survey yet. We'll go through a few questions first. So just give me like a few minutes to wait for everyone to get the survey. Okay, raise your hand if you don't have a survey. See a quick show of hands if you do not have a survey. Okay. All right, we're gonna get started real quick. All right. After lunch, we got all the blood flowing. All right. Good stuff. Okay, my name is Stephen Newberg. I work for the Office of Institutional Planning and Analysis, and that sounds like a fancy name, but really all we do on campus is we handle all of the data. So anytime you see a statistics, overall GPA, gender, ethnicity, things like that, that comes from our office. So in addition, we also handle surveys that you may receive while you're on campus. So this particular survey is called the SERP Freshman Survey. It is a national survey, so it's conducted by UCLA. So freshmen all over the country are going to be taking the same survey. Now you may say, I know everybody loves doing surveys, so why would you want to complete it? Well, it helps us better understand the incoming freshman students, so we can better serve you. So in the end, it helps us help you, right? You can get that around. So in addition, the responses you provide are confidential and will be used for research purposes only. And your participation is completely voluntary. So again, we can't force you. You're not going to get kicked out of the university if you don't complete it. But again, it helps us understand and know more about our freshman students. Failure to complete the questionnaire will not affect your standing in any way, and you may discontinue your participation at any time. So again, this is only for our use. We're not going to go release it to the world, and everything is strictly confidential. Okay, so can I get okay. So everyone turn to the front page of the survey, which I'm sure you're already there. So just below, you'll see name, address, city. Right below that is student ID number. I know everybody has their student ID number memorized, but if you don't, it's on your name card. So the rest of the information is optional, but please put your student ID number. That's the most important part of that section. And again, that's on your name card if you don't have it memorized already. Okay, so I'm going to go through, we're just going to go through some questions really quick, and then I'll let you finish the rest of it, so don't move on to the other questions until the end. If you do miss some of the questions that I go through, just let me know after. I can turn back to the slides. Okay. So after you've completed your student ID, please turn to question number 9, which is in the middle at the top. So these are for your SAT, ACT scores. And so please put your best guess. You don't need to look it up to find the exact number. If you have an idea, put your best guess. If you don't know, just leave it blank. That's fine as well. Okay, now everyone raise your hand if you are a liberal studies major. How many liberal studies majors do we have? A few, don't be shy. All right, we have a few. So if you are, for number 22, this only goes for liberal studies majors. So for question 22, and that's on the bottom right corner, if you are the teaching option, please put in 341. And if you are the border studies option, please put 883. So just for the liberal studies. For the rest of you, there's a slip on the front page, and that'll have the rest of the majors, so you can complete that at the end. All right, almost there. Okay, now everyone go from the front, turn it to the back. And at the bottom of the page, you will see a bunch of bubbles with no questions, and you'll be starting at 51. And so for the rest of these, there'll be about 6 of them. I'm going to have the question on the slides, and then you'll just input the correct answer in the bubble. So for 51, the question is, were you admitted to another California State University, a CSU, for this fall semester? Bubble A for yes, B for no. So examples of CSUs: San Diego State, Cal State Fullerton, anything with the Cal State as a CSU. San Diego State likes to be different, so they don't have that. A for yes, B for no. Okay, all right, listen up. Okay, so for 52, were you admitted to any other four-year college or university for this fall semester? So that includes UCs, private schools, right, UCSD, UCSB, UC Santa Cruz, things like that, and then any private school, so like USD or something. So bubble A for yes and B for no. Okay, raise your hand if you're planning to live on campus. Great, a lot of you. Okay, so for this question, 53, where do you plan to live during the fall term? A, with my family or other relatives. B, other private home, apartment, or room. C, on campus or campus-affiliated housing, which is the UVA or the quad, as they call it. And D for other. So for 53, bubble in the correct answer. Okay. All right, raise your hand if you've heard of the term palliative care. Any? Raise your hand. Palliative care. Okay. So for this question, there is, you won't be graded on this, but there is a right question, obviously, and a wrong question, but this isn't for a grade, so we're just trying to see, have you heard the term palliative care? And it doesn't look like there were too many. If so, what does it mean to you? A, never heard of it. B, care for people who are dying. C, care that heals problems with someone's palate or mouth. D, care that improves quality of life for someone who has a serious illness. Or E, care for the elderly. Don't Google it. That's not necessary. We want to know just right now, without the help of the internet, how would you answer this question? And don't just try to guess just for fun. Okay, so we only have 2 more. So, all right, so we have 2 more, so we'll make it through. So 55, growing up was a language other than English spoken in your home. A is no. B is yes, Spanish. C is yes, Tagalog or what's that? Tagalog. Oh, yeah. Ilocano? Okay. Is that how you say it? D, yes, a Native American language, including from Central or South America. E is yes, a language from another region of the world. Okay, 56, do you speak a language other than English? A is no. B is yes, I learned it mostly in school. C, yes, I learned it mostly at home in the US. D, yes, I learned it mostly in a different country. E, yes, I learned it mostly while studying or working in a different, that should be country. That says county. We don't mean county. Okay, please finish up the survey. If just the question, if you're on it. If you are completed, please pass it down and O Team Leader will collect it. If you're not finished, you can put in your bag and you'll have time at the end of the day to finish it. And you can just hand it in to your O Team Leader at any point in the day. So thanks for taking time. Have a great rest of the day, and we'll see you in the fall.
if you're done, go ahead and if you can, pass them to the sides. And then orientation team members will collect them on the sides. If you're not done, please hold on to it and then finish it when you're in your advising rooms. And then you can give your orientation team members those once you're done in there. Go ahead and wrap up, everyone. Go ahead and wrap up, and when you're done, look up here. I know it's not a pretty sight to see, but I've learned if you roast yourself, people can't roast you, so. Again, they're collecting them on the sides of the orientation team members. And you can finish them in the advising rooms. And if you're not done, go ahead and tuck them away in your bags. Pass them to the sides if you're done. If you're not done, tuck them away in your bags. And then you can complete them in your advising rooms later. Before I welcome up our next presenter, I have a fun fact. My hometown, there's peacocks that just like walk around the streets and like live in the wild. So like they're always like perched up on people's like cars and like sometimes houses. Let me tell you, peacock poop, the worst. Yes. In where? Carrillo, no. I live in Glendora. Anyone know where that is? Yeah? Oh, fantastic. No one ever knows where that is. Yeah? It's so tiny, it's so small. It's near like Laverne. Yeah? Yeah. No, I'm not going to do jokes again. You all lost your privilege. Alrighty. So, this wonderful human being standing right here, her name is Jenny Ruiz. She is the Associate Dean of Students, and she's going to give you a presentation. And please, please, please give her your utmost respect and all your attention for Jenny Ruiz. Go ahead and give her a round of applause.
What an intro. Thank you. I always love going after the survey. It's great. So much energy. How we doing? How's the day been? Long, fun-ish? It's a lot. It's overwhelming. I was with your families earlier. They're lovely people, so good job raising them. Some people were like, huh? They're very, very sweet. Some good questions. So as Eric said, my name is Jenny Ruiz. I'm Associate Dean of Students here. Welcome. You're our first bunch of first-year students to start orientation this summer, so very excited to have you. I am, I think, the last kind of presenter in this space, and you're going to be going off to do the classes and meet with your specialized programs and all that stuff. But hopefully what I'm going to share with you all is kind of a culmination of what you've heard today about campus resources and really making the most of your experience. So talking to you today about putting the U in community, because it's really important for us to create a space for you all to feel like you belong and matter and can really thrive and be the best that you can be, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and start with a quick video to frame what we're gonna be talking about. right, so you're probably thinking, you're like, we literally just got here like 5 minutes ago and you're showing me a graduation video. We got, oh, I have background music. Okay. So the reason I wanted to show you this video is because you have quite the journey and adventure ahead of you, where life things may happen, right? So all the students that shared their experience, they've dealt with some things while they've been here. And while we hope for the smoothest transition and smoothest road for you all possible, we also know that we're all human and life things happen. So if anything, I want to really stress during my presentation is that we are here to support you when those life things happen. So your academics and just your education here is not going to be at risk, okay? I know a lot of those students in that video, and it's been really fun to see their journey, and I will tell you every single one of them got connected in some way to a resource and did not do it alone, okay? So if I can stress that to you all, that's what I really want you to have take out of this presentation today. So can you see this, or do you want to take the lights down from here? Take it down? Okay. Can you turn the stage lights off, please? It's number coded. It's nice and easy. Thank you. Okay, so I'm talking to you all today about putting the U in community because the community is being built as of today. So you've built hopefully some community today through your small groups with O-team leaders. You're going to be, if you're in specialized programs, no, they're going to fall asleep. Specialized programs. Perfect. Thank you. So there's a lot of different niches and groups that you're going to get to know, but really want to stress the fact that, isn't that fancy? We're putting you at the center of the CSUSM community and that you really have an active role in what your experience looks like here and what that community is during your experience. So I'm going to have you do a little conversation with some folks you've met today, a little pair and share or do trios or whatnot. I want you to think about, as you're transitioning into college and Cal State San Marcos, what is important to you when it comes to being a part of our community? So I really want you to think about what are kind of those core things that you feel like you need to really succeed and thrive, not only as a student, but just as a person and a human being, right? What do you need? So go ahead and take a few minutes. I do have some fun giveaways for the brave souls who want to share what they've spoken about. OT is going to kind of go around and help to get you all engaged in convo. So go, and I'll bring you back in about a minute and a half, 2 minutes. Start. I know, I forgot about that. Okay, good conversation. Let's bring it back. So Eric's going to be going around with the microphone. So, oh, I already see a hand. Okay, what small group are you in? Okay, hold on, wait. Okay, what group are you in?
Commuter Lounge.
Who's the Commuter Lounge leader? Who else has Commuter Lounge on your name tag? Y'all, you gotta cheer for your O-team leader. Come on. Wow, okay. All right, if you are comfortable, can you stand up and say your name and maybe what high school you graduated from and a fun fact, and I'm just joking. So how about name, where you're from, and then what you'd like to share out?
My name is Juliet, and I came from Chaparral High School out in Temecula. Woo! And what's important when you become a part of a community is obviously communication and being social, because if you stay in a shell, how are you supposed to interact? How are you supposed to know your community and the people around you, like become friends and like hang out with people? Preach, like come on guys. You're in college, you're a grown up, you need to communicate, to have a job, to live life, to party, you know?
That's in about 3 slides. So clearly she's a very social being. I'm a bit introverted. The thought of being social kind of is like, oh, I don't want to do small talk, put me in like in a small group. So it takes a little bit more time to break out of your shell, but the great thing about our campus, oh, I'm going to come to you, you look very excited, about to kind of get you comfortable and to find your niche, okay? Thank you for sharing. You're always the first hand up in things, aren't you? Yeah. Okay. Are you the second hand up usually at things? No. Okay. Yeah, you. Go ahead. Wait, what?
Long story. Do I have to stand?
Your name, where you're from,
Either.
and what you'd like to share.
Hi, I'm Michael. We've
Hi.
met before. I graduated from Citrus Hill High School.
Anybody else from the high school?
That kid right there.
Okay, got it. You've been pointed out before, I imagine today. Okay, got it. I'm picking up what's happening.
I'm sorry, this has been fun for me today.
Good.
See, thank you, people all around me.
Got it.
A community for me is to help people better themselves. So if I can help you at any time to better yourself, that's my community of people.
To help me? You're offering to help me?
Oh yeah, anytime you need help on, because you gotta do
Thanks,
it.
Michael. I appreciate that.
You gotta do it, all of us, and some are better than others.
Okay, Michael, take a seat. All right, thank you very much. So, oh, I forgot the giveaway things. Eric. You want me to throw it? No, we're not doing that. So what he's sharing is to help each other out, right? So I would say that's something that happens a lot on this campus is that we're still small enough that you will really get to know, the community and folks, and just looking out for one another is something that we really take to heart and kind of expect of the folks who go to school here. So who's the last person? I think I saw a hand over here, but right here. There you go. You need the mic because, you need.
Do I need it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm a loud person anyway. So, my name is Adriana Castillo, and I'm from San Jacinto. It's near Temecula, Moreno Valley, that
Anyone
area.
familiar with that area? There we go. There. Community.
Okay. So, community to me is basically a sense of camaraderie, brotherhood, not just the sense of it being the community, but us as a family within the community.
Oh, that's warm fuzzies. Thank you. So, so just like the students on the video, you all have your own stories, right? But what's the one thing you all now have in common? You go to San Marcos, right? So if you're just trying to break the ice, that's something that you have in common, right? So start building that community now because you never know who you're going to connect with and make friends with who are going to be. I'm still best friends with my freshman roommates from college. So it's kind of a nice time to start building that network for the rest of your life. Okay. All right, I'm hearing some side chatter. If you can go ahead and keep it down, that would be lovely. Thank you. Okay, so if you could go ahead and open up your student planner. So the planner is this. I'm going to give you some page numbers to look at during the presentation. So the first one is to open up to page 5. So those of you who stopped by our table at lunch had a little bit of a snapshot into this, but one of the great resources that we have available to students on our campus is Cougar Care Network, CCN as we call it. And this is the first stop shop for students. So our office is located on the 3rd floor of the University Student Union, which is where lunch was for you all. We're right below Panda Express, so it makes it easy to remember where we are. So I'm still hearing some talking. I don't like that. Thank you. So as far as if you have questions, concerns, don't know where to start, because coming to college is kind of stressful, right? There's a lot that it takes to get here, and we don't want there to be those roadblocks moving forward. So come to our office first, because we will then assess what you need, and we'll get you to the right place. I think that one of the great students here are in some specialized programs or resources, so you have your program advisors, which are great, but we work closely with those folks as well. So, but just if I take anything away today, it's just putting this phone number in your phone, because then you can call us. It could be as simple as, what are the hours of Starbucks? We have a Starbucks on campus. They're closed in the summer, sad day. And I'm having a conflict with a faculty member. I don't really know kind of how to communicate with them. It runs the gamut. So please come to us and we'll refer you out. Some of the typical concerns that we're seeing from students coming through our office, and this is students referring themselves with challenges, but also our faculty and staff can refer students as well who have expressed some concern. So we have faculty who receive emails from students who say, you know, I was in a car accident or I was sick and I had to go in the hospital, just like those life things, right? And really kind of asking for an exception or an extension on a paper. Our faculty are so in tune that they then refer those students to our office through CCN, so we can then assess what's been the overall impact of this life event on your academics, because likely you've also missed other classes, and we don't want that to be a hindrance for you. But typical concerns we're seeing, 29% of the students we saw through our office last year expressed having some mental health concerns, ranging from anxiety and depression to just, it runs the whole gamut. So just to know that there are resources, there is support. If you're coming into campus with a diagnosed mental illness, a disability, anything like that that you've gotten support with before in your high school, we have the same resources here. I've seen so many students who transition in and say, you know what, I'm going to try to do it without that support, and then the grades end up suffering. So just know that there's help available. Financial barriers, a lot of our students have experienced something around financial kind of challenges, including food and housing insecurity. So food insecurity could mean not eating as frequently as we need to be. And then housing insecurity, we work with students who are homeless, who live in their cars. It runs, again, the whole gamut. So we want to get students connected as early as possible, because again, if you're not eating, if you're not sleeping well, how can you be expected to go into class and do well, right? And then lastly, you'll see that nationally, 40% of college students experience depression in the previous year, and 61% experience anxiety. So it's normal, and it's definitely out there, and we want to make sure that you're connected. Okay. So the next page I'm going to ask you to go to, we're going to be talking a little bit about the safety component and the fairness and inclusivity of the campus. So starting on page 11 in your planner is our student code of conduct. So we, as CSU students, so how many of you have friends going to other CSU campuses? So all across the state, right? You all are under the same policies. So the standards for student conduct, there's 20 codes. It's all written out there for you in the planner. Please review them. They're pretty customary stuff, probably similar to what you had at high school, that we are expecting you all to follow to be a responsible and engaged citizen and student on our campus, okay? So a few things just to kind of highlight for you all. Page 15 is where the academic integrity and alcohol and other drug policies start. So academic integrity, when I say that, what do you think of? Just shout it out. Plagiarism. What else? Cheating. Who's heard of contract cheating here? Anybody know what that is? We've been seeing this actually on the rise, and these are this is when students need that little extra help, and they'll go online and purchase or pay someone to write a paper for them or do an assignment for them. I will tell you, we have seen some really bad outcomes with that, including blackmailing and money and a lot of consequences. And so just at the end of the day, we don't want you to get so desperate that you're having to make those decisions, because we want you to graduate with a degree that you have earned 100% and doesn't impact the integrity of the work that you did. So some biggest pieces of advice is keep your communication open with your faculty, ask them questions, get clarity on assignments, and try your best not to plagiarize. Yes, don't plagiarize, but try not to procrastinate, because what happens is that students wait till the last minute, and then something happens in life, and then that pushes you back even further, and then we see folks kind of get desperate, and they do the copy and paste and do all that, and then it just adds an additional level of stress. So looking at the alcohol policy, what is the legal drinking age? 21. Who here is 21? All right, there we go. So we know what that means. So it's illegal to consume alcohol. If you're living in housing, it is obviously also against the policy there and the student code of conduct. No consumption and possession of alcohol on campus or at university-related activities. If you're documented for consuming alcohol or possessing alcohol in housing, or hosting, if you are those social butterflies and want to provide a social experience for other students, you will be held accountable not only to the housing policies, but also the student code of conduct to have a student status impact. So y'all are gonna mess up, you're gonna do things, you're gonna have fun, not make the best decisions. We want you to be safe, but also know that if there is behavior against our policies, there are a variety of outcomes and consequences, but ultimately we want you to learn from it. Also around drugs, we, as of January 1st, what happened in the state of California? Nobody wants to say it because they're gonna be like, why do they know that? Weed was made legal, yep. So recreational marijuana is now legal in the state of California. Do you know how old you need to be in order to partake? 21. So it's pretty. Well, do you have a question? I'm going to get into that. Yes, thank you. So recreational marijuana is legal if you are 21 and over in the state of California, okay? However, so university, the Cal State system, university is a public university. We receive federal funding in order to allow you all to take out financial aid, get grants, loans, etc. Okay? So we have to follow federal law. So federally, in the nation, what's the federal law with marijuana? It is still illegal. So what that means is that marijuana, even if there is a medical marijuana card, is not permitted on campus. If you're living in housing, at university-sponsored events, okay? And that's in any form. It could be edibles, vape, all the different varieties at this point. So it makes it easy. Just don't have marijuana on campus. And that even means if it's in your car and you have it and you're pulled over, you could be in violation of the policy with that, okay? And you all heard from UPD earlier, right? So they kind of went over that with you. Fun stuff. Lastly, we are a smoke and tobacco-free campus, so no cigarettes, e-cigs, vapes, chewing tobacco is not permitted on campus or at university-sponsored events as well. We're going into our second full year of that policy being in place. Okay. Lastly, our civility campaign. You will see this in your syllabus, your various syllabi during your time here at Cal State San Marcos. You'll see advertisements for events. But this is really the framework of our campus culture. You're going to be interacting with students and folks that you have differing opinions. You may not agree, and that's fine, and that's normal, and that's when you kind of stretch and grow. But we want you to have those conversations in a respectful and civil manner. So the civility campaign really provides the framework for folks to learn the skills to have those kind of conversations, okay? So keep an eye out for those. We do some things in housing because obviously with roommates, there tends to be some conversations that come up and some disagreements. But through having some good civil discourse, you can get some good growth and learning with all parties. Okay. So lastly, how many minutes do I have? 2 minutes. All right, I want to hear from 2 people now that after the whole day that you've learned all this good information, how are you going to contribute to the CSUSM community? Just something kind of tangible that you think you can do that you're looking forward to bringing to our campus. Anybody? Yes. Awesome. So thank you. So what she said is to get involved. And that could mean different things, different people. We have folks here who are on orientation team, but it may not just be O team that they're involved in. It's just the more involved you are in the campus, the more you're going to get out of the experience here. I can promise you that. Research shows that and proves it. But then you can build that network and those connections that will make your time here that much more enjoyable as you get ready to graduate. Who else? I see your hand. Multiple what? Eagle projects? Okay, so bringing some of your past experiences maybe to campus to kind of bring your past kind of interest and involvement, right? So like service projects kind of things. Okay, got it. Thank you. So doing service projects and giving back to the community, right, is huge because most of you are from this region in this area, and so we want to be able to give back to, as people say, leave somewhere better than when you found it, right? So leave Cal State San Marcos better than when you've arrived. Okay? That's our information. We are located where? Under Panda Express. That's all you had to remember, under Panda Express. I get to smell like orange chicken all day. It's super awesome. I don't smell like orange chicken. I smell orange chicken in the air. Time's up. Okay. Have a good rest of your day. Welcome to our campus and enjoy everything else that's coming.